So just starting the disassembly of the starter relay, and I just grinded off the little rivets at the bottom, and it pops out. As you can see, there's a gasket, but it's not only a gasket. This is an insulating gasket. There's the bottom spring. It seems to be working. Got on there somewhere. Let's take this out, see what happens. So this here is connected to the this terminal here, the I terminal. It's just this middle part. There's the spring I was telling you guys about. So, just see if I can get a better view of that. One on the right is the that's attached to the piston here. That's the I terminal. Taking a picture there. And the one on the left, as you can see, is connected to the wire, which is, there's a big roll of wire in there, as you can see. Alright, and that's the electromagnet that gets magnetized. It attracts steel once it's energized. And as you can see, there's only one wire going to it, so it gets its ground. The other wire is basically this steel piece here. And this terminal, that's the S terminal, one that controls the electromagnet. The other one is just a what I like to call a following terminal. Oops, sorry. Just it's only affected by the other terminal. So how can I put this? As you can see, it's connected through this little bar here onto this flat piece. As you can see, especially from all the pitting, that this flat piece connects these two pieces here, these two sides of these terminals. Now, so this switch is only on momentarily when the starter is turning. It might have just been stuck. There's a lot of pitting on this side, so maybe it's not even the spring. I thought it was really funny. I guess it just got stuck from all the pitting on one side. But that's funny. Why is it pitted on one side and not the other? I wonder if we can get replacement terminals only instead of the whole thing. Anyways, let's just test this to see if we still have electricity flowing through both sides now. I think there shouldn't be any electricity flowing now. sure enough, electricity is flowing through it. Oops, that was off. Hang on. Just turn on the Alright, let's do that again. So it is working. See, I just touched it to the other claw there. As you can see, yeah, sure enough, electricity flowing through this terminal. I guess it just got stuck from the Right then, so continuing to the I terminal. So the S terminal is the one that actually, it's the main switch, if you will. It's the one that actually will turn on the starter. If you plug it into the I terminal, the starter will not turn on. Push electricity through here, won't turn on. But so yeah, this guy, it will only have electricity flowing through it once it's connected here. So we'll have electricity from the battery, the positive terminal of the battery, going through it. So effectively it becomes a positive terminal, but only while the starter is working. So that's probably so you can have either safety switch. So this might activate like a relay that turns off the parking, for example. So that, no, how can I say it? It turns off the ignition. No, not the ignition. I mean something that stops the car from actually moving. So on the transmission, or just a light to turn on while say that you're starting, which lots of modern cars have that. I don't know why. It's just stupid. Anyways, let's just try testing the magnet now. So this should be sucked in. Oops, I should put this spring back on. I'm just gonna see if I can clean that terminal off a little bit. Plenty of life on it, it just got stuck. That should be alright. So let's put the spring back in. So as you can see, the spring keeps these points apart. See that? It's normally like this. They're apart. When the magnet sucks it in like that, as you can see, it connects this terminal to that terminal. This probably just got stuck like that. Let's just see if that magnet works now. Since this is a negative ground car, not that it matters, I'm just going to connect the negative to this part here, to the steel housing. Probably need more than 2 amps to make it work, but now I'm connecting this. As you can see, if I connect it to this guy, nothing happens. It's just connected to this middle switch here, but if I connect it here, as you can see, it should suck it in, as it did. So it should suck that in. See that? It's sucked in. Now electricity is able to flow through it. Disconnected, it jumps right off. That's with just 2 amps. So you see, that's why you're able to have the thin wire, because the thin wire has power enough to connect, to move the big terminal here, which is basically this disc here. Not terminal, god damn it. Big connecting bar, if you will. So just once again, it sucks it in. And sure enough, these things are eternal. I just wish that instead of putting rivets here, they came with screws with a little nut. That way you could just open them. As you can see, it might get stuck eventually. But this just tells me that the starter's been sort of abused. That's why it had that that rough terminal there. Now we just gotta find a way to reassemble this. I'm gonna see if I have some little screws. We can just reuse this starter, because it's this little relay, because it's fine. Anyways, there you have it. You're welcome for watching.